Okay, let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. Okay. So in your Google Classroom, we're going to go to Classwork tab. And the assignment I have on here for today will pop up in a second. There we go. Come on. Here we go. Test practice. Okay. So we're getting to the very end of the unit. There's a couple more things to do. You have a distance learning day where you learn some stuff. I'm putting that together now to cover some more things. But because we're on this AB schedule and it's kind of strange, we're going to do the review day on Friday. Okay, that's when we have our virtual meeting. Everybody got that? What in the world's going on with my computer? Okay. Why did it do that? That's weird. It's like it stopped finding my camera. Okay. So I have a practice test on here. Now there's two different versions of it. The instructions tell you this. Please read the instructions. Don't just assume I'm telling you everything. Okay? What I tell you is the highlights. I expect you to read the instructions. Got it? Okay? So there's a practice test on here, but there are two different versions. One version is the version where you can type the answers directly in that form and submit it. Okay? The other version is a written version. If you prefer to handwrite your work, you can get a handwritten version, a version due by handwriting. Okay? You still have some handwritten work that has to be done on this because if you're doing math work, you've got to show me how you're handling rounding of numbers and significant digits and dimensional analysis and those things that I taught you on the significant digits day, the day we did that distance learning class. Okay, so for you may need to, it may take a little while before you're ready to take the test. Okay, but if we're making up a test, that Fridays are the day to do that. So you'll have to come in on a Friday to make up this test. Okay, if you're absent on the next in-class day when we're going to take the test, then you're going to have to make up the test by coming on the Friday. That makes sense? That's what the school tells us we should do. I can't have you stay after school, because of the safety protocols and stuff, but you can come on a Friday to do it. That makes sense? All right, if that becomes an issue, you can talk to me about that privately, okay? So that's what that is. And then we're also going to have a chance to go over those things today that you might need help on keeping up with things. You need to put the phone away. You've got to turn the phone off and put it away. Don't leave it on your desk. Put it away. Okay? Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's look over here and see who has actually turned in their work. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. Once you turn in your procedures for the last in-class day, and I said on that day you had to get those turned in that day so that I could open up the next day's work for you. Okay? So until you turned in your pre-lab where you proposed a set of procedures, I did not give you access to the lab and post-lab stuff. Okay? So once it's turned in, then I give you access to that, and then you work on that and you turn that in.
So the lab and post-lab was homework last night?
The lab and post-lab was homework last night, right? And there's a lab report to fill out. Okay, and that's what I'm looking at here. And so some people have been struggling. How do I get my photos uploaded properly? Okay, they're still trying to upload things as a PDF instead of a JPEG. So I was hoping actually that was a problem for somebody, so I could show you, have a chance for you to actually practice with that. Did you guys have any problem uploading? Okay, everybody is okay with all that? You haven't done that yet. Okay, have you put Cam Scanner and Google Drive on your phone?
Yes.
Okay. Have you written your proposed set of procedures?
Yes.
Okay. Have you uploaded those yet?
No, sir. I haven't.
Okay. then let's take a minute and look at how you do that, okay? I know you're new, but that gives me an opportunity to actually show everybody,
So I
okay?
do it on paper and then I take a picture with
Yeah,
my hands?
so you have your lab logbook,
Yeah, but I haven't set it up yet, because I didn't have
but
a
you've got the
pen.
procedures in there.
No,
You didn't write the procedures in your lab logbook?
no.
Okay. Then I'm kind of confused here. Where did you put your proposed procedures?
On a piece of paper.
Ah, okay, yeah. And I know you're new, okay, and that makes it kind of difficult because you're trying to catch up. But anything with a lab or anything with a demonstration is supposed to go in your lab logbook. If I'm doing a demonstration, you're expected to write observation. Now, if you're doing your lab logbook,
Can I see it?
no, don't hand it to her now. You can show it to her from your desk, okay? Because you can't exchange things right now, okay? So the first page there should be table of contents. Okay, the first page is table of contents. So you leave the left-hand side pages blank for me in case I want to write a note to you, okay? Plus, ink sometimes bleeds through those pages. It's cheap paper. So that's why we don't write on the left-hand side, because it'll bleed through and make it hard to see. So we only write on the right-hand side, and you need a second table of contents page. You probably won't need it, but just in case you have you write big or you write a lot of things on your table of contents, you've got room to keep everything on, and 2 pages should be sufficient, okay? Now flip the page.
That's
So,
page one.
yeah, now this is going to be your first lab notes page, but this is for a demonstration. The first day, and you have to go back and watch the video if you weren't here that first day. Hold on with page 1, let me tell you. There's a demonstration on the first day. Go back and watch the video and just follow what it says. Okay, it'll tell you in the video, the instructional video, what you're doing and how to do it. Okay, and there's a form you fill out and a post-demonstration report to fill out, and again, the video shows you all that. Okay, now go to the next page. So the next page, that's where you did the take-home accuracy, or we should do the take-home accuracy and precision lab. Okay, so we're going to leave that page blank. All right. Now you might need more than 1 page, but I doubt it for that. I don't know. Did y'all take more than 1 page for accuracy and precision? Okay. And then the next page then is where you're going to put the lab map I gave you a copy of. So you slip that map behind the page in your lab logbook and trace out the map of the classroom. That make sense? Mm-hmm. And as you get ready for the safety test, then you have to study the safety contract and the location of safety equipment, and you can put it on the written map if you want to practice for the test, but I want a permanent copy of where the safety stuff is in your lab logbook. That's what the trace map is for. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now your responsibility is to keep up with that. Okay, now go to the next page. Now we're on the page where you're doing your procedures. Okay?
So
now,
I'm on page 4.
well, whatever your page number is. Some people will take 3, 4, or 5 pages for a lab, and you may take only 2. So the page numbers might be a little different, and they don't have to necessarily be in order as long as your table of contents is kept up to date. Okay? Now, on that first page, you have to have a date in the upper left. I noticed you put the number in the right place, upper right. Okay? Don't worry about the other dates. You can do that when you get to them. Go to this page right here. We're talking about procedures. You're page 4, right? Flip over there. And we're going to put a date in the upper left. Okay? And the way we do that is 2020 -08-26. Okay? That's the format of the dates we do in here. Got it? A lot of countries just do it that way as a matter of course. It works out that if you're doing research work and you're keeping up with things by date and you're putting data in a lab logbook or in a spreadsheet, the spreadsheet doesn't get messed up with the dates that way if you're doing the dates like that. That's kind of like why it's done that way. Okay, so just learn to do your dates like that. I expect that for all the stuff you're doing here. Okay, all right. So you're going to trace out those procedures on that page. Okay, or you're going to write it out in pen, right? Mm-hmm. Everything in that logbook is in pen. And then there's videos on Google Classroom to show you how to use Cam Scanner to upload a scanned image into Google Drive, and then you go into your report and just paste it over there. Okay? You probably can do that much on your phone for this lab anyway. All right? Got that?
Yes,
So don't try to do that right now, but I want you to know that's what we're doing. Okay? So you can get caught up. If you have time in class, you can do that, but right now we're just trying to see where everybody is. So don't get your head wrapped into catching up there when I'm trying to get everybody up to speed on everything else. Okay? All right. Now, what I want to do then is to go back over all the stuff we've done so far, and these grades are going in the grade book. Okay, I've already put some grades in there, but I'm working on some more, and hopefully very soon, within maybe by Monday, I'll have all the grades updated. Okay, so let's go back to the very first day in your Google Classroom, and let's make sure that everybody understands what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so the first day is the date was 2020-08-17, or if you're on the B schedule, it's 18. And I put in here step by step what we were planning to go over in that class that day. Okay. So down here, there's a parent signature form here that's electronic, and a parent signature form that's on paper. You can choose to do your signatures either way. Doesn't matter which one. It's parent and student signatures actually. If you're going to do the student form, or if you're going to do the electronic version, you fill it out and submit it, and then a parent has to fill it out and submit it. If you're going to do the paper form, both you and the parent fill it out on the same form. That makes sense? If you haven't turned that in, make sure it gets done. You don't need me to get a hold of your parents to let them know you haven't been doing your work. Okay? I'm trying to make sure nobody falls so far behind their grades start to suffer, or they can't catch up, or they get really frustrated or whatever. Okay? So if you keep up with your work, you're going to be better equipped to be successful in here. Okay. If you're going to do the paper form, then you use that cam scanner and Google Drive and paste thing we talked about. That's on the video explains how to do that, to paste your work, your signature sheet into this document right here. Okay. So you have a copy of this that has your name on it. I have a student login, so my student login is called Student Tedder, but yours will have your name on it. And you simply open it up. After you've uploaded the scanned image to Google Drive, then when you go in here, and I'll show you how this works. Well, I showed you this on the first day, but I'll show you again. If you lever, there you go. You're going to put your cursor below what's in there now. Okay. And then you're going to go, well, if it'll ever finish loading up here, there we go. Insert. And where's the image?
It's at the very top.
Oh, it's not there yet. Okay, so this means that in order to paste it into your report, you've got to make sure you're uploading an image. Okay, when you're in Cam Scanner, if you just choose to upload and don't look at what it's uploading, the default is to upload it as a PDF. And a PDF is a document format. You cannot paste a document into this document. You have to choose to upload it as an image format, which in Cam Scanner is JPG or JPEG. Okay, that's the extension on the end. Just make sure you choose to do that. And then when you do that and you click Image and then you click Drive, then that scanned image will appear over here on the right hand side. And you can simply click on that image, and I think I'll maybe double click if it'll ever pop up here. I'll put this picture in here just for the sake of showing it. Okay, and it's in there. That makes sense? That really is all there is to it. Got it? And then you need to turn it in. So you click Turn In, and you get another dialog box that asks you to verify, yes, I want to turn it in. And if it'll ever pop up here, I'll show you that. Oh, looking at the wrong login here. And then you click, turn it in twice. okay, and it's turned in. If you make a mistake or want to fix something, you can go back in there, unsubmit it. I'll show you how that, let's see, go over here. I don't know what I've turned in on my student login right now, so there's a link. If you go to, well, I'll show you, let's go in here. In order to get in there and start working with things, you're going to have to click View Assignment, okay? And so you view assignment, and if you've turned it in, there's going to be a link up here to unsubmit things. I haven't turned it in here, okay? I can turn it in and then unsubmit it. I'll show you what it looks like. So we'll turn those in. You can choose to turn one in, not the other. And then if I want to fix it, I can unsubmit it. All right? Just be careful. If you unsubmit it and resubmit it after the due date, you need to make sure you email your, you need to text me using Remind. Text me and let me know that, no, I take that back. What I ask you guys to do is you need to text me anyway to let me know that it's there, but also put a note on the document telling me that you updated it and why, so that I can verify that. I can go back through your document and see everything you put in there and when you put it in there. That makes sense? In order. So I can check that, okay? All right. So that's the student loan. That's what I want. All right, now, so let me close this out because I don't need it anymore. And then let's look at the other stuff that was due the first day. All right. We taught you how to download Cam Scanner. Now listen, when you turn in documents, handwritten stuff like in your lab logbook or papers that you fill out and you're turning it in on Google Classroom, you have to scan it with Cam Scanner. Please do not turn in just an image that you take a picture of and submit that, okay? Cam Scanner cleans up the image and it makes it easier to read. I have a lot of students that will turn in things that's just a picture and they wrote it in pencil and it's on color paper and they don't write very well and it's just too dim and I can't make it out. It's required that if you're turning in written paperwork, that you use Cam Scanner to do it, and it'll clean that image up, make it easier for me to tell what's going on. Okay? It would be sad for you to do all that work to turn something in, and then I give you a 0 because I can't read it. Right? So I'm trying to help you, so there's less work for you, but there's also less work for me. Okay? But you'll have to do it all over again. Do the whole scanning and uploading and things like that. So get in the habit of doing it now. All right. Then there's a student information form. Everybody should have opened that up and filled out that form. If you haven't done that, please get that done. Okay? The last thing that we covered also loading, making sure graphical analysis on your computer, but it is on your student computer, should be. Did we go over how to find graphical analysis on your computer? Allison? Is it Allison? Natalie, I'm sorry. Did we go over how to check for graphical analysis on your computer? No? All right. Look on your computer. At the very bottom is a dark gray bar. On the left-hand side is a lighter gray circle and a 0 inside of it. Click that. You won't see it on my screen. I have a different kind of computer screen, okay? But you're going to look in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen and look for the little circle and click that, okay?
Yeah, we went over that.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Then it should show up. If it's not right there on that bar, when you click that, it'll expand that bar and show your apps. If it's not there, then there's an up arrow, and you should find it in the larger menu of apps, okay? Then this is the candle demonstration, candle question mark demonstration. So if you didn't do that, so Natalie, that's you. Make sure you watch that video, or you watch the first day instruction, and it'll go through all this, and we'll tell you how to fill out this form as you watch it, and we'll tell you how to fill out this post-lab document as you watch it. Okay? So this video right here, first day instruction, I recorded. Might have been, I don't know which class it was. I recorded, or I might have done it after school or something. But this is the instruction I covered on the first day, and it covers everything. So it's a whole class video. It's 55 minutes because it's a whole class, okay? So make sure you complete the post demonstration report and turn it in, okay? And if you watch the video, it walks you through that. All right, that's the first day. Then on the first day, I gave you the take-home paperwork for the accuracy and precision lab that you do at home for the first distance learning day. If you didn't have the paperwork, you can print it out right there. That document I'm pointing to right now is the same document that I printed out for you guys, okay? These two videos here go back through how to use Cam Scanner and how to paste images into your work. Okay, so make sure that you know how to do that. Don't turn in just pictures, turn in scanned images of papers that you filled out by hand. Got that? All right, then the third day. So you had to turn in that report. The report's down here. You'll have your name on it. And the easy thing is to click View Assignment, and your work will be up here, and you can open it up from here and turn it in from there, okay? All right, I'm going to go back then, and we're going to go to the next day. Then we did the second in-class day was this, okay? And we went over, is that right? No, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. Here it is, tables and graphs, okay? So we went over tables and graphs. So we explained about graphical analysis. We practiced using it. So you took that accuracy and precision stuff and we made a graph, practice with that. So the previous day's video will go over how to use graphical analysis, but I've got the link there. If you want to put graphical analysis on a personal computer and not use a school computer, that's okay. You can do it from there too, it's free, all right? Then we went over how to fill out your report, went through everything. We showed you how to use graphical analysis to put a graph in your report. So we took your report from the previous day back out, we unsubmitted it.
So I would watch a video and then
You watch the video, it tells you all this. We took it out, we put in a graph. Okay, so you learned to use the graphical analysis program. We talked about the form of a graph. And then you finished all that, all right? And then there was a homework assignment down here. The homework assignment can't be completed until you finish the next distance learning day. Okay, part of it you can do you can start working on it, but you've got to watch the stuff and do the stuff from the next distance learning day to get there. So this document right here is part of the unit text, and it's a part of the unit text that covers units of measurement. So you'll have to read that to complete the homework here where it asks about units of measurement. That make sense?
So I watched that 1 hour and 11-minute video.
Yeah, right here. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's it. That's the whole. I recorded basically the whole class. Okay. So you'll see what these guys saw, in class. All right. So that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to record at least one class every, on the schedule, whatever it is, and put those in Google Classroom for anybody who needs to catch up. Now, I can't guarantee I'll have a recording of every class because things happen. Technology fails sometimes. But it's gotten more stable, and hopefully it's going to work really well for everybody. All right? Now, then the next distance learning day, this would have been your Thursday lesson, and the B schedule, it would be their Monday lesson, was about significant digits. And so you need to watch all the videos that are here. Okay? I put a copy of the safety map here, which you would use on the first virtual learning day. That was last Friday. And we'll have another one this Friday. So you have to be there Friday, or I have to count you absent. If there's some kind of issue, you need to get in touch with me and work that out. Okay? But you're supposed to be present for the virtual learning day. This class period is your class period, whether you are at school or you're at home. I mean, if you're home, you can do it in your pajamas, but you have to be here. That makes sense? Okay. So school is school, whether you're at home or at school. So all the videos you have to watch, and then you go back then after watching those videos and finish this homework on the previous day. Got it? Everybody clear? All right. Let's see. And that's still the units document from the text I talked about in the previous day's lesson. All right. Then last Friday we had a distance learning day where we talked about safety and how to do the stuff you need to do well in the safety test, or that first Friday. Okay. And so in order to do well in the safety test, you need to read the safety contract. You need to watch or go through this slides presentation, and you need to watch the safety tour. Okay? And then you have to fill out this practice safety test. That was a homework assignment. All right? If it's not turned in before you took the safety test, I'm going to count off points for it. Okay? So we start counting off points because things are late. Okay? Then Monday, everybody took a safety test. Okay, I broke it out by class so that everybody's class had it at a different time. Let's see. Then after the safety test, we went over the details of how you were going to do this saltwater density lab, and you had to do your procedures that day and turn it in that day on the document that was provided for that. Okay, so that's the document you fill out there. And then once you turn that in, I made this assignment available to you. And this had all your data for finishing the lab, for actually doing the lab in this virtual format, and for turning in the post lab. Make sense? Have I covered everything? Okay, you're yawning over here. I'm putting you to sleep. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure we cover everything, okay? All right. So today's a test practice day and a chance for you to ask any questions of me. All right? So here's what you need to do today and your homework tonight. Go back over everything we've done. Make sure you're comfortable with everything. Finish the practice test. Okay? That's due by tomorrow morning. Got it? But if there's a few questions you can't answer, then we're going to talk about that tomorrow in the virtual learning day. Tomorrow is going to be a review day to go over things that you're not really solid on. Say you can't really remember, or you really don't get, or it's not really solid for you. You went over that significant digit stuff, but significant zeros still kind of escape you. Okay? Well, you want to make sure you ask me that question. Now let me be clear about the distance learning day tomorrow on Friday, which is going to be the review day for the test. Don't come there and ask me to go over everything. I will not go over everything. There isn't enough time to adequately cover everything that we've covered in this unit. What you need to do is tell me specifically what you want me to cover. So it's on you then to go through all the notes and go through all the activities and make sure you know which things you want to cover and which is the most important, which is the least important. That makes sense? So if the most important thing is what you want to ask me up front. The least important things if we don't have time, we can save till last or something. Okay? We might or might not get to it. All right? But and you now know how to do learning groups. If you want to do studying with other people in the class, you now can set up your own meet and do that. Okay? I set up 2 meets last night to help students with their post-lab work. One was planned and one was like, we can't figure out how to put our pictures in. Well, I'll tell you what the problem was. They were uploading their pre-lab procedures as a PDF. After going through everything and troubleshooting everything, they didn't upload it as a JPEG. That was all it was. That makes sense? So just try to make sure you're following the procedure for doing all this. And practice when I give you a chance to practice. Because if you don't practice and you get stuck, then, you might not be able to help you. I might be I've turned off my phone. I'm not going to answer any more questions now. Got it? All right. So I try to help as much as I can, but you know, I might have something going on. You know, one of my grandchildren have a birthday party. That's where I'm going to be. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so just saying. All right. So this is your chance then to ask me anything you want to ask me right now. Okay? Is there anything that you need help with or want to go back over? Okay? All right. So you got some catching up to do. You know, you got a lot of catching up to do. And then you got some catching up to do. And everybody's got to do the safety test, right? What you don't get finished on the safety test is homework. Got it? Tomorrow, you come here with questions, or come to the, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's got something else. Something else we'll teach you tomorrow, which will also be on the test, but then Friday you can ask me about that. Unfortunately, people on the B schedule will have the review day on Friday, and they still got to finish up that work Monday, which is part of the test. But hopefully that's not going to, that particular lesson is not going to be something that's going to be confusing. Okay, it's pretty straightforward, I think. Okay, so I hope everybody's going to be pretty well set. Anybody have any questions?
So
All right.
Am I doing the,
Huh?
am I doing the practice test or am I making things up?
No. The practice test will cover everything we've gone over since the first day. Now, you may want to work on other things today, okay? And I'll give you a break on the deadline for that because you're still kind of trying to catch up. But almost every one of those questions in the practice test can be found in the text. So let me go back down here. I showed you this just to make, I'm glad you asked that question because that's really good. Look in the extra credit at the very beginning of the unit where I put the text that you get to annotate and earn extra credit points on your test with. If you do the annotation well, you can earn that 3 points in your test. Okay? But all the practice test questions you should be able to find answers to in here. Just remember, any math type problems, you've got to show me your work. If there's a problem where you have to actually do some math to give me an answer, you've got to show me the work you did. That makes sense? Handle significant digits properly. Line up your digits vertically if you're adding and subtracting or subtracting. Set up multiplication, division, and dimensional analysis. Okay? All that's in there, but even that is all explained in this text. So I created a text that covers the thing that we cover in here. So you don't have a lot of stuff in a textbook that you don't need, and you don't have extra things you got to go out and look for. I mean, there sometimes are other things because I want you to do that because that's a good skill to build, but most everything for the test are going to be found in this document somewhere. Everybody clear? All right. I try to be as thorough as I can, but there's only one of me, so you know, sometimes I don't have time to get to everything, but I try to give you as much help as I possibly can. Everybody clear?
So we do have to print this test?
Actually, I've got a printed copy for you. Okay, if you want to do the printed version instead of the electronic version, I can give you a copy to work with. Okay? I'd rather you do you don't have to, but to me it makes a lot more sense to do the typed version, but that's up to you, what you want to do. I'll let you do, you have a choice.
All the paper copies.
Okay, I got you. I'll get you there. Just give me a second here.